Over the last 2 years, we have visited our home park, Kings Island, over 90 times. We have rode every roller coaster in every seat many times over. So we have a pretty good understanding and experience of what Kings Island coasters have to offer. We will be excluding any nostalgia or personal bias as we are trying to be as fair as possible when ranking these roller coasters. This list will not include any new for 2024 roller coasters, such as Snoopy's Soapbox Racer, as we have not ridden it at the time of this video. Number 14, the Great Pumpkin Coaster. The Great Pumpkin Coaster opened in 1992, stands at a height of 8 feet and is just under 200 feet long. Great for little kids who can get their first coaster credit, but there's really not much to say about the ride as it's about as basic as they come. You do have to have a small child to ride this, so be prepared for that if you ever visit Kings Island. Number 13, Flying Ace Aerial Chase. Opened in 2001 as Rugrats Runaway Reptar, stands at a height of 48 feet, goes 26 miles an hour, and has just over 1,100 feet of track. It was created by Vekoma and is known as a Vekoma Suspended Family Coaster, also known as a Vekoma Hang and Bang. And as it's a fun ride to get the kids used to a little bit more forces and being under the track, it can also cause minor headaches. It does feature one train and the line does move very slow. So expect to wait for this roller coaster, especially if you are visiting on weekends. Number 12, Woodstock Express, also known as the Beastie. I'm going to call it the Beastie because that was the cutest name for any roller coaster ever. Beastie opened in 1972 with the park and was built by PTC, Philadelphia Toboggan Company. It's a classic figure-8 wooden coaster that's great for any young thrill seeker looking to ride their first roller coaster. It was Ethan's favorite roller coaster last year and he rode it over 40 times. The Beastie stands at almost 39 feet tall and reaches speeds of 36 miles an hour. It's a great ride for anybody in the family, but adults may have a hard time fitting on the ride as the trains are comically small. Number 11, Adventure Express. Adventure Express is a mine train built by Aerodynamics and opened in 1991. It features 2 lift hills as well as new theming as of 2023. It stands at a height of 63 feet, travels 35 miles an hour, and has almost 3,000 feet of track. Adventure Express is great for family members who do not like the gut punch of hills, as Adventure Express has no big hills. As a young child, Adventure Express was actually my favorite roller coaster. I believe I was 8 years old. It's a great coaster for the whole family, although some of the transitions can be janky. Number 10, Inverigo. Inverigo opened in 1999 as Face Off. It's a Vekoma inverted boomerang. It stands at a height of 131 feet and speeds of 50 miles an hour. The seating faces each other, so it's a great ride to ride with friends as you can see their reactions. It will traverse the track facing forwards as well as backwards, no matter which seat you sit on. It pulls some very good positive G's and snappy transitions, although the line can move painfully slow as there is only one train. It's a pretty fun ride that's actually smooth for its age. If you go, you must ride this coaster at least one time. Number 9, Flight of Fear. Flight of Fear is a premier launch coaster that opened in 1996. Its main feature is its launches into total darkness. The launch can be intimidating, but it only launches at a speed of 55 miles an hour and features 4 inversions. When riding, you cannot tell which way is up or down as the ride is in complete and total darkness. It's a fun, forceful coaster that we ride at least once a month. But due to its low capacity, we try not to ride it too often as the line is often over 1 hour long. And if you're a little bit taller, the restraints can be kind of painful on your legs. Number 8, Backlot Stump Coaster. Formerly known as Italian Job Stunt Coaster, themed for the movie Italian Job. It features 3-car trains themed to Mini Coopers. It starts out with a punchy launch into a triple helix that will certainly cause even the most seasoned riders to gray out. It has many snappy transitions and a second launch into a dark tunnel. It's also themed very well with fire and machine gun effects. It does only hold 12 riders per train, so its lower capacity means it's at least going to be a 20-minute wait anytime during the day. If the line is short, we will catch a quick ride on Backlot Stump Coaster. Number 7, the Racers. The Racers opened with the park in 1972 as the tallest roller coaster in the world at the time. It stands 88 feet tall and has over 3,400 feet of track on each side. Kings Island has been constantly retracking the sections throughout the off-season, with the red side being almost completely retracked in 2023. It's a great classic roller coaster. Due to its capacity, almost never has a wait over 5 minutes, and it's a great ride for the whole family. With the way Kings Island takes care of this ride, expect it to be around for at least another 50 years. Number 6, the Bat. The Bat stands at a height of 78 feet, travels 51 miles an hour, and has a length over 2,300 feet. It opened in 1993 as Top Gun. The Bat is overlooked, and it's honestly a hidden gem. It sits way off the pathway, and many people don't even know where it's at because all you see is a little sign at the front of the entrance. It also has a super long queue line, which takes about 10 minutes to get to the ride. The layout runs through the woods, and you can't really see anything from the park anywhere on the ride. Now on to the top 5. The thing is about Kings Island is that these top 5 can be in any order for anyone. They technically have 5 number 1 coasters. There are rankings for the coasters, but basically these 5 coasters can be interchangeable. Number 5, the Beast. The Beast is what put Kings Island on the map back when it opened in 1979, and to this day it is still the longest wooden roller coaster. It has over 7,300 feet of track and takes you on an adventure out into the middle of the woods. The only thing you can see from the Eiffel Tower is the lift hills, as the whole layout is hidden by trees. It features 2 separate lift hills, with the tallest drop being 141 feet. It hits 65 miles an hour at the bottom of the first drop and was hand-built by Kings Island themselves. The second lift hill takes you through the most intense part of the ride, a shallow drop into a double helix that will throw you on the side of your seat and make you feel like the train is actually going to come off the track. Number 4, Banshee. Banshee is a B&M invert that opened in 2014 and stands 167 feet tall. It is one of the larger inverts in the country and features 7 inversions, including a unique slow roll where you get hang time towards the end of the ride. It doesn't have the typical pre-drop as most inverts, so the drop near the back will yank you down the hill. We prefer the front row as you feel like you're flying through the layout. Banshee has great capacity, so the line is usually less than 10 minutes throughout the day, which makes re-rides very manageable. Number 3, Mystic Timbers. We first rode Mystic Timbers in 2018 when our daughter was 5. She was just tall enough, and we just saw the lift hill and thought, well, it's just a standard wooden coaster. Boy, were we wrong. Mystic is one of the most intense wooden coasters we have ever ridden. Don't let the size fool you. Mystic opened in 2017, stands 109 feet tall, and features a traditional out and back layout into the woods. It has so many quick transitions and pops of airtime that keep you out of your seat. Mystic is a must ride every time we visit Kings Island and is one of the best wooden coasters we have ever been on. Number 2, Diamondback. Diamondback is one of the best B&M hypers in the country. It opened in 2009 and stands 230 foot tall. In 2009, it was the tallest roller coaster at Kings Island and features over 1 mile of track. The drop in the back row is awesome and provides a crazy gut feeling that you can't get anywhere else at Kings Island. It was our favorite ride last year, but after riding it so many times, the rattle just takes it away and drops it a little bit down on our list. Each hill has many seconds of sustained floater air time, as we prefer it in the back row as you get whipped down each hill. With over 80 rides on Diamondback in the last 2 years, it is still one of the best in the park. Number 1, Orion. When we first rode Orion for the first time last year, we loved it. It was our first Giga coaster, and we had nothing to compare it to. We did feel like it was a little short, but that did not take away from the experience altogether. It stands 287 feet tall and has a first drop of 300 feet. Orion is good in every row, but we actually prefer the back row. You will get whipped over that hill, and the first drop is amazing in the back. The way Orion's drop is profiled makes the airtime feel better going down the first drop. Orion gets a lot of hate from the coaster enthusiasts, but we were happy to have a Giga at our home park. After a few years, Orion is still very smooth. It's also one of the most re-rideable coasters in the park. If you get a chance to visit Kings Island, do not forget to ride Orion. Thank you for sticking through the whole video, as this was our first list video. We will be making more videos as the coaster season is winding down for the year. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us your list in the comments and what rides are your favorite. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye!